Welcome back.
No, welcome back to you.
Thank you.
I've been here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that profound thanks to you and to Max, certainly. And
Mostly Max. She did a great
to
job.
the department heads. I was able to get on the East Coast and visit my mom and my family with Leslie and Rocket and Ethan, and it was a good trip. Did some day trips into Philadelphia. Leslie and I drove up to Boston, did the scampering around there, did a race with Mayor Potter and the First Lady.
You guys come in first?
In Hingham. The mayor beat me by 3 steps. I was dead last, and he came in second last. It was great. It was great. Hingham's a beautiful community. The mayor gave us a tour of one of the oldest cemeteries in the United States. Joshua Lincoln, who died in 1645, almost 400 years ago, is buried there. Obviously, Abraham Lincoln's one of his predecessors. We had a great time. So took Rocket to Princeton for the day, and she got to see where she's going to go to school in 7 years. And so, what really struck me, Brandon, is the importance of obviously, again, a family, and the importance of taking time off. So, and it's nice to, again, have a team here where you can step away and spend some time doing something other than working all the time.
All the time. That's right.
So thank
you. Good for you. I'm glad you were able to get away, and it sounds like you had an action-packed, eventful vacation.
Yeah, it was not dull. It wasn't boring. The weather temperature was about the same as here. It was overcast and rainy, but it was warm, and so I was in shorts and t-shirts and flip-flops for a week and a half or so. So thank you again, and thank you, and again, if you're thinking about taking some time off, got to do it.
Highly recommended.
Highly recommended. So just on to city business, back to city business. I'm not coming up for air, so if you called me and I haven't called you back yet, please indulge a little bit more patience with me. We do have a council meeting next Tuesday, the 11th. The rest of the council members who have been on holiday as well, not the rest, the council members who have been on holiday are coming back into town in the next couple of days. We've got not too large an agenda for the 11th. We, under extraordinary business, we're going to celebrate the Friends of the Library with a proclamation. This is their 50th year in existence. Wow. 50 years of book sales. This year is their last. We want to celebrate those hardworking volunteers in our community. We'll also introduce our new city employees. I don't know exactly what the number is, but I think the last time we did this was probably in late 2022. So we probably have 9 or 10 or 12 new employees, and it's really important the council meet those people, and then obviously have the ability to reach out to them and talk to them and welcome them to the village. And then we're going to get a presentation on the city's website update. So again, we got some good feedback. The website's probably 5 years old now, or 6 years old. It's time for a refresh, not just the backside, the technology, but also what it looks like. So get some new images and the like. So we have that. And then I think Mary wrote a very comprehensive article on the Pine Cone today for the housing element and the council's action on Tuesday. So we'll get some feedback from council, hopefully make any necessary edits, and then send that off to HCD for their review.
After we come back August 1st to the city council.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
The August meeting as well.
That's right.
Got it. Yep. Sorry. Thank you for the correction.
No, it's important to get the council's eyes on it one last time, because we're going to make we're coming to the council for basically policy direction on some of the higher level comments that we've received during this period, and say, council, here's what we think we should do as staff in the ad hoc committee. So we have a joint recommendation to them on these certain things. Hopefully council will give us, I know they will give us really good direction on that. And then we will come back August 1st with sort of like, here's the final draft. We're going to hit go, send it to the state unless you tell us something is totally wrong.
Right. Yeah. And just to confirm, we're still on track from the timing standpoint.
Yeah.
We'll have our draft into them, and they've got 90 days to review?
They get 90 days. We've been doing a lot of groundwork ahead of time to try to compress that review period. We've been meeting with them a lot via Zoom. We actually had them down, the actual people who will be reviewing our document. We had them down a couple weeks ago and walked around the city with them so they could see what we're really dealing with here.
Right.
So I hope that extra work on the front end will compress that 90-day review.
Great.
And I've heard there's only been one other city in the state of California that got through with one review, and that was Alameda. And so we're going to try to be the second one.
Awesome.
We'll see.
Well, best of luck. Thanks
Thanks.
for all your hard work and your team's hard work. And then we'll also be reviewing our annual fee schedule update. And these, again, are fees for services. Again, your department can't make money by state law, but the services that you provide are almost entirely paid for by people wanting services from your department. So that therefore the rest of the tax base doesn't have to subsidize.
Right.
We'll have a resolution to adopt the next year fees on that. So anyway, that's what I got. Thanks for the time, and over to you.
Thanks. So quick thanks to our friends with the Carmel Residents Association Board. I had my monthly meeting with them this week. It's always great to catch up with them. You mentioned the council stuff for next week. The other thing that happened this week was 4th of July. It was Independence Day. It was a really lovely holiday. My daughter and I went to the Pops at Devendorf, which was great. Ken White is on the board. He helps coordinate that. Big kudos to Leslie Fenton and the whole team up there, Ashley, the whole group, everybody, Public Works that was involved in setting up that event. It looked great this year. I think this is the 3rd year they've been doing it now, and it just continually gets refined and looks better, and it was a lot of fun. So kudos to everybody. We did have a lot of visitors in the weekend. It was sort of an odd, long weekend for many people leading up to the 4th of July. A lot of good lessons learned from that weekend. Where we can next time around or next big event have more presence for trash pickup and things like that. But we're always learning. We take those opportunities. We may not get it completely right, but as you often say, this vlog's all about communicating out that we're learning, we're growing, and we don't get everything right all the time. We're going to try to do better next time.
100%. Again, you use the word refine, and again, we learn from every event. And from when you have a summer weekend and you have a major holiday on the heels of that, and you've got people here for special events like the Women's U.S. Open or U.S. Women's Open or whatever it's called, it's important that we plan for that, so we can perform better next time.
Yep. Speaking of, we do have the Women's Open, and so we are going to keep some of the measures in place, like the extra dumpsters and the signage and the 2-hour parking down at Del Mar. We're going to keep that in place for the rest of the week. So if you see those things out, we didn't forget to pick them up. They are actually intentional. Like I said, trying to learn from the past. We're going to keep those out in case we do see a crush over the weekend. And then we'll get those out of here on Monday.
Yeah, parking on Del Mar, parking on Scenic, parking on San Antonio, restricted. So we can provide some level of relief for the residents.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all I have. A little shout out to one of our millions of viewers, my buddy Ben up in Washington State. Apparently he watches this thing every Friday.
God bless him.
I don't know why, but happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, Ben.
Yeah.
All right. Take good care.
Take good care.